Alright, what's up guys, I'm AsgardsChamp. Welcome to episode 7 of my playthrough for Total War Saga, Thrones of Britannia. As always, if you like the video, leave a like. Got any tips or feedback for me, leave a comment. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to subscribe. So let's get straight into it. Alright guys, so where we left off after the last episode, we're in a bit of a sticky situation in terms of food production. It's really bad, it's affecting us quite badly now. Our armies are not replenishing. There's only so long I'm going to be able to keep that up before it's going to cause really bad problems, and really need to nip that in the bud if we can. One thing I did think was that with the Fury of Tyr army over here, so they have no supplies, but they're actually quite crucial to my defence down here in the south. It might be worth me chasing down this army, attacking them, and then using the replenish troops option at the end of the battle to try and replenish some men that way. But we'll see then from there, maybe move south and so on. So that's one option with this army. With the Death Givers here, I'm thinking I am going to move them over to the west to fight Westerners over here. Now I want to try and bait this army into a fight. They're moving south, which tells me they're going to, take this settlement, maybe take this one as well, which is fine. It kind of buys me a bit of time to formulate some sort of a plan. I can't really afford to recruit any more troops here, but they are needed. I do need to keep this army over this side for defensive reasons. So I'm thinking I might raid over here, bait this army into an attack first, or see what they do. But yeah, raid and hopefully bring this bigger army up north. Again, buys us a bit of time. Maybe put them in a fort, set up an ambush or something like that to try and balance the odds of the fight a little bit. I did notice this army here of Cumbra. They started over here. They've started to move south and actually take some settlements. I don't really want to go to war with them just yet. I'm not in a position to do so. Not with Westerners armies on my border. So that's an option for these guys to consider. And up in the north, thinking here. So I have the Oath Takers with King Guthfrid. There's 7 units, but they're all fairly full strength. This army has 10 units and they're not at full strength, so there's potential that I can actually win that fight if I go for it. So I think we will do that. Before we start moving troops around though, I just want to touch on some of these events. So we've got food shortage, which we're aware of, low public order. We're aware of most of these. Rebellion. Damaged buildings though. I think that's here. We got sacked here in the last turn. How much would it cost us? 739. I think we'll leave it for now. It's probably... well, I can't afford it as it stands, so we'll have to leave it. We've got attrition. Again, we know about this. This is because of our supplies. We know about the low loyalty as well. And we have some skills available. I think this is the new governor that we set up. We'll give him forager, again, just to bring in a little bit of food. He is only a very small bit. Won't help us really, but in the long term it might be good. So, for troop movement, I think we'll go for what we suggested with this army. We'll try and chase down these ones. I don't want to leave them in a place where they're going to be potentially subject to attrition. I think if we leave them there, that's fine. We need to try and cut them off, basically, over here somewhere. The last thing I want is them to take this settlement here. That's what I'm trying to avoid. Or joining up with this army and making life a bit more difficult for me, given that we're suffering attrition at the moment as well. Makes life very difficult for us. And with this army, we'll move them over here. I don't think we'll be able to raid this turn. But we'll see if we can, then we'll do it. No, we can't do it this turn, so that's fine. We'll leave them where they are. Hopefully, again, bait out an attack from this small force here. But the goal is to take this settlement. And with the Oath Takers in the north, yeah, I think we go for the battle here. Yeah, let's do it.
In Odin's name.
Alright, so very even balance of power. That's good. I think I should be able to win it, so I'll see you on the battlefield. Okay guys, we're attacking here, so we're going to choose the weather. I think we just stick with the dry. That should be fine. Alright, now again, we're attacking and this isn't flat land, so they might have a slight advantage coming down the hill at us. So if we can maybe form up over this side, move up the hill, and then hopefully take the high ground. I think that should be possible. But we'll have to see. So I'll be back with you once I've formed up the men. So pretty basic formation set up here. Spears in the front. I've got my archers behind them. Got my general behind there. And then my unit of axemen right at the back. As usual, you know how I like to play and move them sort of reactively to what the enemy does. They do have cav, so I need to be careful not to let the cav sneak round the back of my general. So they would serve as like a last line of defence against that. But with them being axemen, I still don't want that to happen really. So, in fact, actually on that note, I am going to swap out this unit of spearmen. Let's get the axemen sitting in the middle. And we'll put the spears at the back. That might be a smarter move. Because if the cavalry do come around the back, then at least we've got some spearmen to react with. And that's probably better than axemen. So, let's set the formation, and then I'll see you once we've moved up to this region up here and are facing the enemy. Alright guys, so we managed to get up in their faces. They did actually charge at me, which caused me a bit of an issue because I wasn't really ready. They started skirmishing with me. We did move down the hill slightly because they weren't moving towards us. Now, with my archers here, I'm going to try and take down their weaker units, get them running. They are shielded though, so it might be a bit of an issue if they're going to like shield wall or something, which they're not doing, but nonetheless, it's going to be difficult to take out many of them with my archers. On that note, actually, I am going to shift to take their archers. Again, we'll go for the weaker unit first, hopefully get them running. And we'll pop these guys all in shield wall formation. So I think I've already taken a few losses there unnecessarily when I could have had them in shield wall at first, but never mind. Okay, now they're running towards us, so. It's going to be a bit of an issue because we've got cavalry on the left and the right. Now the weaker cavalry, actually they're both fairly weak. I'm going to put them on this side. I think they're going to get me. Never mind. Not much I can do about that. Apart from charge these spearmen in, get these back into shield wall so they can take the brunt of this attack, if possible. General's now getting shot at. Okay, we took a charge to our general. That was really bad. I did try to avoid it, but there's not much I could do. Now, that cavalry unit is running, so we'll send these spearmen back. We're still shooting at their javelinmen right now. That unit of archers is running. Okay, they're not routing, but they're... They have disengaged. Let's try and get everyone into a defensive position. Okay, they've gone for my archers. Oh no, they've gone to the back of my men. Not many of them though, so I'm not too concerned about that. Let's get all the men sent in. I'm even going to send the general in now as well. And I'm going to move these archers back. And then with my archers, I'm going to have them shoot into the back there. And get these spearmen charged in. Pop a rally for my troops, get their morale boosted. Don't have anyone behind us or anything, so we're okay. There's another one of their units running, so that's perfect. Get our troops shooting into their blob at the back here. We do have the high ground ever so slightly. I'm not sure if that gives us a big enough bonus or not, but definitely means that they're not getting a bonus. Can't tell if these guys are actually shooting or not. Okay, I'm actually going to target the units that are running away. Reason being we can take out as many of their men as we can.
The battle is turning in our favor.
That will be ideal.
The enemy is routing.
Got another unit running here. Let's shoot at those ones. Get some free kills out of that. That is their long axeman as well. Yeah, that's a good unit to take out. Not sure where these guys are going. Mailed spearmen, so they're going to be pretty tough. Shoot at this unit now.
Battle awaits.
These Thanes here as well, they're pretty well armoured. Got some pretty strong troops here actually. I'd not considered that, but that's fine. Let's shoot into these axemen. Because we're shooting in the back, it's more likely to get kills. Oh, these guys are standing around not doing anything. Let's get them charged in. Bit of a flanking charge there, that's good. Can pop another rally for our troops. Again, just keep boosting their morale. They are charging their weaker units into this blob here, which I think is fine. These guys seem to be holding. We're not losing too many men in terms of numbers. These axemen and these spearmen are the ones who are the weakest at the moment, but they're doing better than their troops, so that should be fine. Yep, archers are still shooting at them. That's good. Balance of power's way in our favour now. I'm pretty sure we've got this one in the bag.
Enemy is routing. Battle orders.
Just want their general to die now. As soon as their general goes down, I think that's a win for us. Another unit running. Unit running there as well. I'm going to send some of these guys chasing. Yeah, that's fine. We've won. Okay, I'm going to send all the men chasing after them, getting some extra kills for us, and I'll see you back on the main map. Alright guys, so that was a successful battle. I had an inkling that we'd be able to win that one even with less troops, or less units should I say, but after the battle we mopped up a lot of the ones that were running away. They've only been left with one unit here, which is perfect. Now we are going to take on warriors with our current situation with supplies. We're not going to be replenishing, so this is going to be the only replenishment I get.
Let's go.
Killed another enemy in battle, their general I'm assuming.
We'll play.
And let's just finish this one off as well.
Hurry along.
Alright, perfect.
We'll see this through.
So yeah, these guys are taking attrition now as well. Now that we've taken out that army, I think I'm going to keep moving north. I'm not going to be able to take this one, unfortunately, just because of the defenders. How many have they got? So 3, 6, 7, 8 units, which are going to be at full strength, I would imagine.
You can rely on us.
I could sort of lay siege and leave them there, but they'll probably just make another army and send them down. So I'm going to start moving these guys north. I really need to get the food situation under control. Taking more settlements is going to move us closer to that.
Off on their offspring.
But with this region capital here, we will deal with that later, once we've got everything under control. We may even be able to just get them to, you know, make peace with us, because we'll have weakened them quite significantly if we take a couple of these. And then we, you know, they can just sit there then, might even make a vassal of them. I don't know, we'll see. Let's just see what happens with that one in subsequent turns. We've already moved these guys. We've already moved these guys, so I think we'll end the turn there. Alright guys, so we finally had a rebellion. This was kind of expected, the amount of public order issues that we've had. I'm surprised it has not happened sooner. It's in West Riding, which we'll see in a minute. Got a faction destroyed, attrition, which we're aware of. Taking some losses. Okay, so Wulfric has gained the disloyal trait, which gives him +2 usurper allegiance, -1 to governance. Never had this happen to me in a game before, so we'll see how this goes.
Not an option.
So there's only 4 units there, and they have taken that town. I noticed as well that the Cumbra army here took this settlement, pushing these guys south, and the big stack here took this rebel settlement here. The only place they can really go now is to Manchester there, or start moving west towards me. So, on that, I'm going to actually bring these guys south to deal with this. Nip this one in the bud, because again, that's going to hurt our food and income. Wonder if we can actually send this army over. No, you know what, we'll send these guys, because this army I want to send south. Now what I noticed happened was that the East Angle armies started sailing away. So I think they're taking their men back south, which kind of secures up this region here, so I don't need to start moving them that way. I want to try and take Doncaster before this army does. I wonder actually who these guys are. Let's have a look. This is Holderness. They're actually at war with East Angle, so they could actually be coming to take Doncaster. And that'll make things tricky for me. I won't be able to take it back without going to war with them. I think they're our old vassal, who got sort of freed by East Angle. So they live over here. I mean, I could potentially go to war with them. They don't seem very strong. They have like 3 settlements here. And this would be a 4th for them. Which begs the question, do I send them down here, given that they're probably going to get there before me? Or do I move them over this way, wait and see what they do with Doncaster, and then just go to war with them anyway? I like that option better. We'll see how it goes. It could prove to be a bad choice. But with all the enemies that we've got around, it might not be. It might be the smart thing to do. Okay, and then the army up in the north here. So it looks like this army was coming to take this settlement, but we're going to beat them to it. Which is good. Good for us. We will occupy it. It's brought the food and income up somewhat, so that's good. Now, in terms of the events for the turn, it's all the usual ones. Apart from we have some skills available for Canute. I think we're going to give him Quartermaster, being able to move our troops around the map as quickly as possible is probably better. Come to think of it, actually, there might have been something that could have boosted my supplies and so on. Never mind, it's fine. I think as well what might be worth doing, this could be risky, but in order to gain control of the food situation and start everyone replenishing again, it might be worth just disbanding some units. The only thing is, I think each unit requires 10 food. I think that's a standard for most units, at least at tier 1, which most of my troops are. So we would have to get rid of at least 10 units, well 11 units to get us into positive numbers. That would mean either just removing this entire stack or picking maybe a few units from each. All things which I don't think I can really afford to do, but I think what potentially might be beneficial if I can end the war up here, then just disband this army. That might be beneficial. And just move Guthfrid south. Let's see if they'll make peace with us right now.
An ill wind brings such visitors.
So they would make peace with us. We completely overwhelmed them in strength. They only have these 3 settlements up here. Now then, that might be quite a smart move for now. Given our current situation, we can always revisit it. The only thing is I would be completely unprotected in the north, which might be a bad move. Because it means some of the faction potentially can move in. Who have we got? So Stratklute, they're actually quite happy with us, and it's an improving relationship too. They are stronger than us though. But with them being happy with us, that might be a smart move. What's this trait that they've got? A man of two halves. Actively seeks conflict and is aggressive. They've got aggressive armies. Oh, they're actually the second strongest faction at the moment. I think given what's happening, it might be that I kind of have to do this.
Enemy blood will flow.
Yeah, I think we do it. I think we do it.
May my misgivings at your visit prove unfounded.
Let's see if we can get some money or food out of him as well. So it turns out, guys, if we make peace with them, one of their vassals here is Westerners. So I'm of the understanding that that would actually also make peace here, which is very good for us. So yeah, definitely going to do it.
I do not like this.
So yeah, that means that now Westerners are also at peace with us now. So that's perfect.
Enemy blood will flow.
That means I can kind of concentrate on the south here. Yeah, perfect. All right, so I'm going to end the turn there. Okay, got another faction destroyed. We're still taking attrition, which we expected. But all of that is okay, because
We will bring you blood.
we'll have to do it on the next turn. Will these guys reach?
Shall fall.
No, so we're going to send these guys to take this settlement back. They are growing in strength a little bit. They might even have more men by next turn, but that's fine. Let's see if they decide to take Doncaster on the next turn. If not, we're going to go straight to war there. They've actually sent men back. I wonder if they're going to come defend here, maybe. But we need to start taking some of this territory. We're at war with these guys, so we can do it without any sort of diplomatic penalty. Potentially we have to go to war with these guys, but let's see. I think the first thing I'd do, though, is start to disband this army, so I'll see you in a second once I've done that. So I've disbanded everyone apart from Guthfrid. Don't have any enemies up here in the north at the moment, so I'm going to start to move him south. Because the opportunity might come up where I can actually recruit more men, but we'll see. Actually, you know what? I'll disband him for now. He doesn't need to be out fighting. Now that gets our food situation a lot better. Still not perfect, but once we've taken a couple more settlements, then we should be back up into positive numbers. Now in terms of events, it's all really the same stuff. Low loyalty for this Wulfric character. I think he was a governor. Hopefully doesn't turn against us. Once things are better, maybe we replace him. We've also got research available. I believe we decided we were going to try and get to fertile lands. Just because it gives us plus 20% food production. But now that my income is a lot better as well, let's start having a look at where I can build. Because if I can upgrade some food production buildings, that also helps. So we're currently getting plus 20 food production from this one. This would give us 35, so an increase of 15. This would give us 20. I think that's the same, right? Yep. but it gives us more income. We need the food production at the moment, so we'll take the pasture. When's that going to be ready, actually? So it'll be 4 turns. That should start to improve. Next turn we should hopefully take this settlement back. Now with this particular army here, I think we move them over to the border here, because what I'm thinking might happen is that this East Angle army, if they have a fight with this army here, weaken them, we can just start taking their settlements, and they can't really do anything back to us until they regroup. So we'll end the turn there and see what happens next turn. Okay, so another faction destroyed. We're losing quite a lot of men still. Okay, some traits gained. That's a bad one for Thorkel to get. So he's got Selfish, which reduces public order. Guthfrid himself is now less loyal. Oh, because he lost his general status. I mean, I thought something negative might come of that, but anyway. And then Oswald has gained the Insane trait. So he loses a command, a governance, and a zeal. Loses an influence, and we get -1 public order. All things we really needed right now. In terms of events, all the same, apart from we've got skills available for Wulfric. I'm going to have a quick look through this, because if there's anything that boosts his loyalty, I'm going to go for it. Alright, found one already, so if we give him a priest, it gives him +1 to loyalty, and +2 to faction allegiance, so that's perfect for him. The -2 public order here is, I think, to enemies, not to us, I believe. So it's the local enemy province. So that's if he's running around as a general. So I think that actually fixes our loyalty issue for now. And we didn't have to spend any money or anything. So these guys have 9 units at full strength. I have 13 units not at full strength. I think we'll leave that till the end of the turn. And first of all, declare war on these guys. I'm just going to quickly look in the diplomacy menu here. Who are my enemies? Steinborg and East Angle, who are all to the south. So we can keep all our enemies localized around this area. That does us a favour in terms of, you know, where we concentrate our troops. I think we were spread a bit too thin before, which is what's caused all these problems for us. So yeah, I'm actually going to attack our old vassal. That'll show them for leaving us.
We will defend ourselves.
Well, you can try. Okay, we've taken that settlement, we'll occupy it. Brings our food back up into the positive, and we've got a healthy income now as well. I think that's largely from disbanding those troops earlier. But if we can save a bit of money, spend that, reinvest it into food production, that's going to be really beneficial for us. And on that note, actually, let's have a look around, see if I can upgrade anything. Don't think we have the funds to do it right now. Let's have a look. So we're getting... This would increase our food production and income. Yeah, let's do it. All the food income we can get is going to be very beneficial right now. Now, I was having to think as well what we would do in the north if we get attacked again. It's going to be a case of probably giving up a couple of settlements and somewhere further south creating a new army with the extra food and income that we're going to get. So I want to try and build up a bit of a savings so that I can reactively create an army if I need to. In terms of the attrition, we still have attrition until these guys get into settlements. I don't think that'll start to increase. I think we need to be in quite a positive for food production as well. But that's fine, things are looking a little bit better now. My only concern is that this battle here might not go our way. Now, a couple of things. If it does go our way, fair enough, we get our settlement back. we'll get the food production and income from that. The army might be a bit weak, but hopefully we'll start to replenish by that point. On the other hand, if we lose this army, it does actually mean that we will have more food income and more monetary income. Might be like kind of hitting the reset button for us, it might do us a favour. Either way, we're going to find out what happens now. Okay, so balance of power is still way in our favour. We might be okay with this one, but we'll fight it on the battlefield. We could siege the settlement, which would like weaken them a little bit beforehand, but I think that might be overkill. How many turns? So it would be, I believe that's 2 turns until surrender, 1 turn until they start taking attrition. So actually, it might be the smart thing to just siege this settlement. Might take a couple more turns, but we are now in positive food. The only issue I've got here is that we're going to be taking attrition. But after 1 turn, so will they. So it kind of balances itself out. Anyway, we'll end the turn there and see what happens. Alright guys, so we're still taking attrition. I also want to just apologise. I'm pretty sure the microphone can pick up the big truck that has just decided to park outside. So apologies for the noise interference there, but we'll keep going. So, yeah, the Death Givers have lost some men again, and Fury of Tyr. We've got a Noble Birth. Brilliant. So that's another son for Guthfrid. Okay, in terms of our situation, we have these guys moving into our territory. That worries me slightly because I really don't want them to attack me. I think they might have been running away from this army. Concerning, but we'll have to just keep an eye on it. I mean, 2 of our settlements right here are walled settlements with garrisons. We can always bunker down into them if needs be. These guys really are taking a beating now in terms of attrition. I don't think there's enough of them to... Oh, sorry, no, there will be. We'll be able to take that settlement as well, so we'll do that. We need to kind of just keep taking settlements until our food situation is back under control. Now, we could actually subjugate this faction now. I think this might be their last settlement, but I don't want to do that. We need the food for ourselves. And I don't think they actually had any food production in this settlement here. Which one is this? No, never mind. That's fine. Again, we'll keep moving south and see what we can do. We'll be taking back our old territories next. But we really need to do it before these guys die of attrition or get attacked by a stronger army. Now with this particular fight here, I think I'm actually just going to go for it. Balance of power is still in our favour. Actually, there's only 1 more turn until surrender. No, let's keep the siege going. Let's keep the siege going. We'll end the turn there. Alright guys, so in between turns here, this rebel force has attacked me. Which apparently was a bad move for them because the balance of power is way more in my favour now. Also, I just want to say I did wait quite a while to see if this truck would go away, but it's still there, still making noise, so I thought I'd best carry on. But yeah, we're going to fight this one on the battlefield, so I'll see you there. Alright guys, so they're attacking us. There is a bit of a slope here, which is going in our favour. We can set up on some high ground somewhere. We'll have a look for some. As usual, I'll set the men up and be back with you. Alright guys, so found a nice hill here to form up on. Means they'll have to charge me up the hill. They are attacking, so they should come to me as well. I'm not going to put them in shield wall just yet. Reason being, I want to see what they do. They might try and flank me and so on. I might have to move these guys around. So, in order to not waste time later on, I will leave them out of shield wall for now. But yeah, standard formation. Spears on the flanks, swords in the middle, axemen on the flanks waiting behind so that they can flank around. Another unit of spearmen in the middle, just so that we can, in fact they were meant to go behind my general, sorry. So general was supposed to go there, spearmen at the back, in case of any cavalry. Can't remember if they had any cavalry or not, but if they try and come round, we've got 1 reactive unit. So, without any further ado, I will start it. Sorry, got my cavalry here on the right flank as well. So again, they can react to what the enemy does. But yeah, I'll be with you when we join the battle with the enemy. Okay guys, so they've started making their advance on me now. My archers and javelin men have started shooting at them. I have left them on fire at will, but actually I want them to shoot at their archers first of all. The javelin men can shoot at any infantry that decides to come into attack. I'm going to bring my horses... Oops. Bring my horses over here. Their unit of horsemen basically double my size, so I don't want to really engage them head on. But we'll see. I've actually put most of my units into shield wall. Forgot to do the last few. Keeping the guys at the back out of shield wall, although they've been shot at, so we'll put them into it. You guys can stay behind the lines, please. Okay, I'm going to let the skirmish section of this fight play out. When they start attacking me, then I'll be back with you guys. Alright guys, so they've started moving their troops in now. Which means I need to start reacting with my spearmen quickly.
See, they flee before our might.
So yeah, I had a feeling they would try and bring their men around the back. But that's fine. Let's see if we can get a cheeky charge on them. Okay, stop now. There we go. And everyone charge into them. Their cavalry, other unit of cavalry come around the side there. They're sending spearmen towards my cav, so I need to pull them back. Let's get these guys out and into the fight. Cavalry can come over here and take out their archers. That's one unit of cav dealt with, which is good. Got another unit of cav over there. Axemen I want to send down into the fight. Let's pop a rally. Who are these guys? So this is another unit of axemen. Let's send them down here. Send my cav after their archers. They actually managed to sneak in a rallying unit of cavalry there into the back of me. Okay, we need to keep these spearmen moving.
Our general is under attack.
That's fine. Charge into their horsemen as well. That leaves these guys free for flanking maneuvers. Same with these guys here. We'll actually charge their javelin men down with them. And start our archers. Where have the other guys gone? Other archers are stuck in that fight. We want to pull them back. Horsemen are winning over there. These guys can now charge in. Archers, I'm going to stop them shooting altogether. Because I feel like we're going to be shooting our own men. These javelin men need to come back as well. We're winning every engagement, which is good. It's good for us. Send the horsemen after them, stop them chasing. I think we've just about got it now. Everyone seems to be running away. Again, though, we need to try and make sure we take out as many of them in as we can, although they are rebels, so there's not much of a chance of them doing much to me afterwards. Our cav have caught up with their javelin men. That's perfect. I'm going to pull my general back just to come fight their general, but yeah, I want these guys all chasing. Let's just get everyone charging in. Let's send this unit to help out over here. Yeah, I think this should be a successful battle. Pretty much got it now. Our cav can keep chasing them down. Pretty much got the general surrounded, which is good.
The enemy general is dead.
You keep fighting, guys. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to spend a bit of time just mopping up the men. I'm hopefully going to try make it so that there's none left and I don't have to fight another battle. But yeah, I'll see you back on the main map. Alright guys, so after the battle, I went round, mopped up the men, managed to kill them all. So that's perfect. On the next turn we should be able to take that settlement back. Actually we can decide now, so we're going to occupy it, which gives us a bit of replenishment as well. Alright guys, so I'm going to leave it there for today. If you like the video, make sure you leave a like. If you've got any tips or feedback for me, make sure you leave a comment. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Alright, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.